You could have Richard Tice, Lee Anderson, Nigel Farage, Ben Habib.
Oh my God.
I'm going to let you pierce your bubble tea.
Thank you.
Because I'd hate this to go cold, and we've got some delicious food here as well, because we deliver on our promises.
Yeah.
You get a takeaway when you do a takeaway with us. Would it be a bit unfair, Sarah, to call you a Nimby though? Because 2020 you voted against plans to make planning easier. 2016, when you won your by-election, you attended a protest to stop housing developments to protect the view of Richmond Park. We know that young people really are concerned. Are they ever going to own a house?
There's always a tension between being a local politician responding to local concerns and a national politician. I was an MP for barely 3 weeks in 2016. I was elected on the first.
But you still had time to go to the protest.
Well, and the reason I raised that was because it's not something I would do now. Put it that way. You know, what I'm saying is I was very new to the role.
Yeah.
I was very unexpectedly elected in a by-election.
Well, you beat Zach Goldsmith.
I know, but I didn't expect to, so I'm suddenly thrust into the role.
Was that a career high, beating Zach Goldsmith?
Well, so good I did it twice. What can I say? But here in Richmond, the Liberal Democrat-run council is backing housing developments, and you know we're being sensitive to local needs, what local people are saying. We're consulting widely, we're listening to residents, but yeah, we're backing development here.
So for young people, a vote for Lib Dem is a vote to get themselves on the housing ladder, potentially.
It's a vote for a party that is serious about fixing the housing crisis.
Describe Ed Davey in one word.
Resilient.
And he also does all his own stunts.
He's
He's been brilliant in this
I
campaign
know.
trail, hasn't he? Is there anyone the Lib Dems wouldn't go into coalition with?
The Conservatives.
Again.
I mean, not now, not after the last 4.5 years.
What do you admire most about Rishi Sunak?
Apparently he's good with a spreadsheet. As a former accountant, I admire that.
Do you wear Adidas Sambas? I don't think you are.
No. It's Adidas, I don't know what they are.
We'll fact check those. Another thing that we know really matters to young people is around the preservation of nightlife. So at the News Movement, we've started a campaign called the After Dark Alliance, because it is now incredibly difficult to go out after, say, 11 p.m. in any of our sort of cities across the UK. When you were maybe a slightly younger thing, what is your favourite sort of night out that you've ever had? Maybe when you were at university?
Nights out.
Did you have a hen party?
I did have a hen party.
Maybe that was.
I can only recall it quite patchily. It was a hell of a hen party. Quite a long time ago now, though, I must say. So yes, I did do quite a lot of clubbing as a student.
What kind of music did you listen to?
I'm a kind of like a more 80s synth pop kind of, Pet Shop Boys, Erasure, Depeche Mode, New Order, much more that kind of thing. So
do you listen to that on the campaign trail? In between, when you were power walking around these lovely cul-de-sacs?
I'm becoming really boring and centrist in middle age. I'm more likely now to be listening to a politics podcast. I'm a cliche.
You signed a statement from Transform Drug Policy, which are a brilliant organisation, calling the Misuse of Drugs Act of 1971 outdated. I would argue most things from 1971 are probably outdated.
I mean, our policy is specifically around sort of Class C drugs like cannabis, and what we're saying is let's decriminalise them. And it is, we can have a regulated sale, which in itself will generate tax. For me, one of the most important things is that you regulated, the ingredients, the content, or whatever. You can have a quality standard, because I know from speaking to health professionals that one of the massive risks is because, of course, you don't know what you're buying because it's not a regulated or a legal sale. And they could be putting all sorts in there. And we are looking at drugs that aren't causing some of the long-term harms, or wouldn't cause long-term harms if there was better regulation of what was in them. And as I say, you can get a tax revenue from taxing the sale. It sounds like you're pro-drug use, which
you're not.
Not. Sensible approaches to controlling drug use.
But you wouldn't look at decriminalising things like other recreational drugs, so ecstasy, ketamine, things that kind of club drugs.
We are talking about things there that are creating real harm.
Does anyone ever raise it on the doorstep?
No.
Which reform politician would you most like to have a takeaway with?
Reform?
Yeah.
As in Reform Party?
Yeah.
Well, I only know 2 of them.
Which one of those 2? You could have Richard Tice, Lee Anderson, Nigel Farage, Ben Habib.
Oh my God.
Am I turning your stomach?
That's a really terrible. I don't know if you'll be able to eat anything.
Finally, why is no one talking about Brexit?
You know, we had a really good relationship with the rest of Europe. We were in a privileged position within the European Union, and they aren't going to give that back to us on a plate. So, I mean, we could stay and say, we want to rejoin, let us back, but that's just not going to happen.
No. Where have you got to go next?
Let me have a look. It's in Richmond at 2, so yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so you want me to go through?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, sorry, I thought you walk through.
No, if you can,
Oh, you need to walk through that?
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay, start doing now?
Yeah, please, yeah.
It's okay?
Okay, perfect.